And I know I made a review of this last year on my old channel when the album was new, but that review sucked, so I want to do this again. But for anyone that's interested in seeing the old review, I'll put a link for it down below in the description box. So if you want to see how I originally described this album, definitely you could check it out in the link in the description box, like I said. So anyway, let's move on to the new improved review. So Dead End Kings is Katatonia's ninth album, and it's their most recent album at the time of this review. In fact, I just got this about 5 months ago, back in September, when they were playing with Paradise Lost. And I'll also be seeing them again with Opeth in May, so I'm really excited for that. But anyway, this album basically starts from where Night is the New Day left off, from that softer, more mellow direction. They still have that dark, melancholic style. It's not like they're turning into a pop band or anything like that. They're just becoming more mellowed out and just softer than they were on like Viva Emptiness or The Great Cold Distance. And this album's even softer or more mellow than Night is the New Day. Even though there are individual songs on Night is the New Day which are softer than many of the songs on here, like Inheritance. I think that's one of the softest Katatonia songs I've ever heard, next to Sold Heart, which is a bonus track from that album. But just sonically and stylistically speaking, the songs on Dead End Kings, I say, is just much softer as a whole. Like, as an overall atmosphere, it's definitely a softer one. While songs such as Undo You and The One You Were Looking For Is Not Here have heavier guitars, just again, stylistically and sonically speaking, you could tell that they're going for a much more mellowed approach. And you do also get this in songs like The Racing Heart, which is one of my absolute favorites on the album. It's got a very powerful chorus. Most of it is just filled with like electronic keyboards, and yeah, it's mostly just a keyboard driven song, but during the chorus it really just explodes. And don't worry, you also get some really heavy, crushing songs like Buildings and Dead Letters. Those are some really powerful tracks. And Leech is also one of my personal favorites on the album. This shirt right here, actually, on the back, it actually features the lyrics. You took my mind's eye, you bring it wherever you go. I would show it to you, but I don't like showing my back all too much. I think it looks awkward, and also I have a sweater on, so yeah, I just want to tell you that. But yeah, very poignant. Leech is definitely a highlight for me. Even though you do hear electronic keyboards with The Racing Heart and tracks like that, you actually don't get as much of those electronic, like those overtly electronic influences that you'd hear from Night is the New Day. Here, the instruments are a bit more natural. You hear more like piano and cello, as opposed to the trip-hop style keyboards that you'd hear from bands like Massive Attack. And while this album does sound very similar in atmosphere and tone to Night is the New Day, I think they've definitely solidified the approach that Night is the New Day took, and I think they've definitely improved on some of the mistakes that they made on that album. And because they've incorporated like elements that I've heard from like Viva Emptiness and The Great Cold Distance, and I feel this is like more or less a culmination of past albums with the Night is the New Day approach. I think this album's definitely, I think this may be one of their absolute best. Again, it won't be able to top Viva Emptiness or Discouraged Ones, but it comes pretty damn close. I think this is one of their best. The flow is very strong, the songwriting is excellent as always, and yeah, I think they've definitely really outdone themselves with this album. I think this is one of their best since Viva Emptiness. Though not quite topping it, it still comes very close. I mean, these Kings have definitely shown that they're nowhere even close to being at the dead end itself. I think with all their creativity and all their hard work and passion in their music, I think the dead end just seems further and further away as far as I'm concerned. And I believe that's all I really have to say about my favorite band and their discography, at least until their new album comes out in like 2015 or whenever it comes out eventually. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.